Hello and welcome to Wombat Coaching. Do you know how to use Microsoft Word to write your book for KDP? Stick around and watch as I show you the right steps to create a book using Microsoft Word. And I'll then show you how to publish it on Amazon KDP. This step-by-step tutorial will help you turn your ideas into a polished professional book that's ready for the world to read. So, what are we waiting for? Did you know that KDP have templates that you can use for Word? I will now show you where they are and how to use them. So if we go over to Kindle Direct Publishing and log in and go to the Help Topics, you'll find that under Book Formatting on the left-hand side, there is a section called Paperback and Hardcover Manuscript Templates. Click on that, you'll be brought to this page, and about halfway down you can see there's the option to download blank templates or download templates with sample content. So let's download the templates with the sample content. Now these files are downloaded in a compressed format and require to be uncompressed. So on a Windows PC, it's a matter of right-clicking on the zip folder and then selecting Extract All. This will then open the folder so we can access the files. And the files are available in various languages, and of course we're going to choose English here. In the folder you'll find that the templates come in all the sizes required for KDP. I'm going to use the most popular size, which is a 6x9 inch template. So when I open this file, it will open up the Microsoft Word desktop application. Now these templates will also work in the web version of Word. So if you do not have a subscription to Microsoft Word desktop application, you can still use the free version of Word online. When we open this document, you'll find that it has sample data, including your book title, copyright information, and a dedication screen. I'm just going to change the view to a side-by-side view so it looks like a book. And as you can see, it even has table of contents and all the chapters listed. It would just be a matter of replacing the chapter titles and text with your text and also updating the table of contents as required. By using these templates, all the formatting is done. It takes away all the guesswork and hassles of trying to work out margins and footers, etc. When using the desktop application of Word, it is best practice to turn on the auto save function, which will save the file to OneDrive. This will save you lots of heartache if something goes wrong. I'm now going to name this file the title of my book, and in this instance I'm going to use How to Train a Dog. As you can see, the title of the file is now updated and is saved. I can now replace the book title in this template with my own title. I'm also going to change the author name to my name. And you don't have to use your personal name, but because this is a how-to book on how to train a dog, and I'm relying on my experience and expertise, it's only fitting that I use my name as the author. And on the next page where the copyright section is, I'll also change the author name to my name. And there's room there for the ISBN, which we don't have at this stage. So once I obtain that number from KDP, I will put that number here. There's an area there to put a dedication if required, and then we have our table of contents. And it's just a matter of changing these to what's in your book. Same with acknowledgements. If you're going to use one, it's there. Chapter names, just a matter of changing each chapter to suit what's in your book and then replacing the template text here with the text that you have written for your book. Next, I'm going to show you the other advantage of using OneDrive. When you go to your file that's saved in OneDrive, you'll see that whenever the file saves, it creates a version. So, if for some reason you need to go back to a previous edit, you have that ability to do that. If I open up this previous version here, you'll see that the title is different. It shows the current version on the top and the older versions below. Another great feature of using Word in conjunction with OneDrive is the share feature. I can share this file with other members of my team and we can work on the file at the same time. You can share by email or by sending a link. So in this instance, I'm going to copy the link and I'm going to send it to my wife. You'll see now there's an icon up the top there, which is my wife. She's been added as a person who is currently sharing this document. My wife is now accessing the document and making edits to the document. Her initials appear and in real time, I can watch as she types. As you can see, I can continue to work myself down the bottom here. And just to give this example, I will type in a fictitious ISBN number at the same time as she's typing above. I'll also change my name to lowercase. So this is a great way to collaborate as a team, especially if you're working on a very large document and you may have certain tasks to complete. When you have finished editing your document and the book is complete, you can now save the file as a PDF, which will be suitable for uploading into KDP. The Word document file could also be used with Kindle Create or an ebook. Next, we'll publish our book on KDP. So first we have to sign into our KDP account and then we'll choose Create Paperback. Once again, I'm going to copy the title from OneNote that I created earlier and paste that into KDP. As this title also includes a subtitle, I'll split the title and add the second section to the subtitle. As I'm using my own name for this book, I will use my first and last name for the author. And I will add a book description. And once again, I'm going over to ChatGPT to show you how you can create a book description with AI. ChatGPT is a great way to create a book description if you're struggling putting the information together. It quickly comes back with a book description, which you can then use in KDP. Now, you don't have to use all this text, but it will give you some idea that you can expand on. I'm going to copy all this text just to show you how it's done. Back over to KDP and I'll paste it into the description field. Now you can format the text here, you can make it bold, you can change it. And as I said, you're not required to use all this text, you can modify it to suit your needs. So let's continue. Choose I own the copyright for this book. And no, it's not adult content. I don't need to choose a reading age. And now we go to our categories. Now, what categories do we choose for a book like this? It can be a little bit confusing. Where do we start? Is it education and teaching? Probably not. So how can we find the correct categories for our book? There are two ways. You can go to Amazon KDP, search for a similar book and see what categories those books are listed in. A simpler way for me is to use Publisher Rocket. Publisher Rocket has a great tool where you can do a category search, or you can search the competition and see what keywords are being used. So if we type in dog training into the category area, nothing comes up. However, if we go to our competition analyzer and do a search for dog training book, we get a list of our competitors and we can see what categories they use. So as you can see here, the categories are under books, craft, hobbies and home, pets, animal care, dogs, and it lists breeds, training, food and nutrition. And as we can only list 3, we can use these categories. So let's now go and add those categories to our book. I'll just speed this up. It's not a low content book or a large print book, but now we need to add our 7 keywords. Once again, I will use Publisher Rocket to assist me here. I will use the keyword search function of Publisher Rocket. Again, I'll type in dog training book. Go get 'em Rocket. And on the left-hand side there, you will see a list of keywords. Now we can use these keywords on KDP. If you want to see how they score, we can select the magnifying glass on the right-hand side. It'll give me information in relation to how these keywords are performing. The Publisher Rocket is a great resource when publishing your own books. So it's just a matter now of copying these keywords that you like and pasting them into KDP. And do this until you have filled up the 7 boxes. There's no real hard and fast rule about how to list your keywords here. They can be individual, they can be a series of words, but these particular keywords are rating well and they relate to the type of book that we will be publishing. Let's save and continue and move to the next section. So on this page here, I can obtain an ISBN number, which I can then copy and paste into my manuscript. So go back to this second page of the book and paste that number here. Obviously, I'll have to save this manuscript again as a PDF file. It's using black and white interior, the size 6:9, no bleed, and we might either choose a matte or glossy. I'll choose glossy for this one, then I will upload the manuscript. Now, the two ways you can add a cover, you can use a cover creator or you can create your own. I'm just going to show you quickly how Cover Creator works. We're going to choose an image from the KDP gallery. And what this does, once I choose an image, it pulls together the information I've already added to help create my book cover. So I'm going to use this image just for an example. I may not use it overall, but as you can see, it's got the title, the author name, and the picture that I have chosen. And it gives me some choices here. Now, if I don't like any of these, I can choose a cover without the image. I can also add and remove text that's showing on the back of the book. And this is usually a summary of what's in the book. If I'm happy with any of these covers, I can then choose them and move to the next step. So for this example, I'm just going to choose the middle one here. And then I'll continue and exit the cover creator. I'll remove the text from here, then I will save. I will then continue with save and submit, and we're now ready to preview the book. Now, the cover creator tool is very useful if you do not have any skills yourself in creating covers using other programs. Canva is a great tool to use to create your cover. BookBolt is also a great way to create your cover. Check out my previous videos for creating book covers for more information. So now I'll launch the previewer, which will bring up the entire book cover and manuscript for me to preview. Depending on the size of the cover and the file, it can take some time. And as you can see, the preview will now bring up the first page, which is the cover. And on the left-hand side, it gives you some information about the quality and also a review in relation to the file. Now, it states here that the fonts are not properly embedded in your file. We've embedded them for you, but this might slightly change your book's appearance. Please check that your book still looks as intended. Now, this seems to happen quite a bit when you use the fonts that come with Microsoft Word. However, KDP does fix them up, and I've had no issues with the way they look after this has occurred. Every font that's been used has been highlighted here, and you'll see the numbers here 1 through to 20 are the main ones that it's focusing on. You'll also notice on the back cover is the barcode, which includes the ISBN number. But apart from that, the quality of the cover is fine, not very exciting, but there's nothing stopping you designing your own cover. Let's have a quick look through the manuscript. This is how your book will appear, and as I mentioned before, the fonts are fine, even though we came up with that review information at the start. So once we're happy with the way it looks, we can now approve, or if we need to make changes, we can exit the previewer. And once we've approved it, we can see how much it's going to cost. It tells us how many pages are in the book and the size of the book. And we can now save and continue. And now we'll be taken to this page where you enter in your book price. So first it'll be listed on Amazon.com. Put in your book price here and it will tell you what your margin will be. It also lists the margins and the prices for all the other markets. And once you've done that, you can publish the book. You can also click the expanded distribution if required. As this is just an example, I won't be publishing this book. And that's all there is. You've successfully created and published your book using Microsoft Word and KDP. Now all that's left is to promote your book and watch your readership grow. If you found this tutorial helpful, don't forget to like, comment and subscribe to Wombat Coaching for more tips and tricks on earning online. Thanks for watching and happy publishing.